A frenemy is someone who smiles to your face, but is secretly rooting for your downfall. Frenemies are hard to detect, not because they hide well, but because they don't feel like a threat in the beginning. They almost feel like a gift. They come into your life with warmth and enthusiasm and attention that feels magnetic. They see you, they affirm you, and they compliment you in ways that feel very specific and meaningful. It almost feels like you've met someone who truly gets you, someone who sees your potential and makes you feel so good about yourself. And that's exactly why it's dangerous, because the beginning is not fake, it's just not what you think it is. That early intensity, the compliments, the admiration, it feels like connection. But more often than not, it's actually a projection. They're not just seeing you, they're seeing what they wish they were. They're drawn to your confidence, your presence, your clarity, your success. And in the beginning, that admiration is authentic and real, but it's actually unstable because it's not rooted in wholeness, it's rooted in comparison. And comparison will always turn at some point. At first, they look up to you, but the closer they get, the more they see you as human. Not perfect, not untouchable, just you. And something starts to shift because now they're no longer just admiring from a distance, they're measuring, they're comparing, they're stacking themselves up against you. And without even realizing it, they begin to feel less than. Not because you made them feel that way, but because your presence reflects back something to them. It's a gap, a perceived lack, an insecurity that they can't ignore. An admiration that's rooted in comparison, it cannot survive that realization and eventually turns. This is where the energy changes, but it's usually very subtle at first. You might not notice it immediately, but you feel it. The compliments are still there, but something starts to feel a little bit off about them. They sound supportive, but the compliments are landing differently now. They're making comments like, oh, must be nice to have that kind of time, or, you're so lucky that things work out for you. On the surface, these comments seem harmless, but underneath there's a small charge, a slight edge, because now they're no longer just admiring you, they're comparing themselves to you, and that comparison always breeds envy. A frenemy is not someone who openly dislikes you. That would be a lot easier to spot. A frenemy is someone who smiles at you but silently competes with you. It's someone who supports you publicly but struggles to celebrate you privately. They want to be close to you, but they're triggered by your very presence. In a sense, they want what you have and want to be what you are. But instead of using that as inspiration, it becomes a source of internal conflict. And that conflict has to go somewhere. They don't attack you directly. There is still a part of them that likes you and wants to be liked by you. So their resentment leaks out sideways through backhanded compliments, subtle digs, and these passive-aggressive comments that are very easy to deny. And there's always just enough sweetness mixed in to make you question yourself. So they'll say something that feels off and then follow it up with a smile or a joke. So if you address it, they can say, oh, you're overthinking it, or you're being sensitive. And suddenly you're the problem, but the truth is you're actually not. You might question it, but your body does not. You feel a subtle tension around them, a sense that you have to watch what you say or how you show up. You might find yourself shrinking, downplaying your wins, or editing your truth just to keep the peace. That is your signal. Real friendship does not require that. Real friendship should expand you. It shouldn't make you second guess yourself. A frenemy is not evil, they're conflicted. They're drawn to qualities in you that they wish they had. Confidence, clarity, authenticity, and instead of integrating those qualities, they externalize them. They see them as yours, but not something that's available to them. So when they're around you, they're constantly reminded of what they believed they lacked. And that creates insecurity and discomfort inside them. So instead of facing that internally, they manage it externally through comparison, competition, and subtle sabotage. They don't fully want to hurt you, but they also can't fully support you. They want to be close to you because you represent something they admire, but being close also triggers their insecurity. So they're oscillating. They're supportive one moment, but passive-aggressive the next. They're encouraging, then they're dismissive. They're warm, then cold. And because it's inconsistent, you keep trying to make sense of it. But the inconsistency is the pattern. The sad truth is you cannot have a true friendship with someone who is secretly competing with you. Friendship requires alignment, mutual support, and genuine celebration. But with a frenemy, there's a part of them that's quietly rooting for your downfall. Not in obvious ways, but in very subtle moments. When something doesn't go your way, there's a quiet relief. When you succeed, they're uncomfortable. And that energy will erode the relationship over time. Frenemies rarely sabotage you in obvious ways. It's a lot quieter than that. They might downplay your ideas, they delay supporting you, or they subtly discourage you at key moments. So it's never enough to call out definitively, but it's enough to create friction and make you question yourself. And the danger is that if you confront it, there's always plausible deniability. They'll say, oh, I was just trying to help, or no, you're taking it the wrong way, and then you're left doubting yourself. This is the most important part. You have to trust what you sense. If something consistently feels off, it is off. Even if you can't explain it perfectly, even if you don't have the proof, patterns do not lie. Your body does not lie. Doesn't mean you need to attack them or prove anything. What you need to do is create distance. Stop oversharing. Stop seeking validation from them. Stop trying to make the relationship make sense. And most importantly, stop shrinking yourself to make them comfortable. Not everyone who is close to you is for you. Some people will be drawn to your light, not to support it, but because they are struggling with their own. And until they resolve that, they will live in a contradiction, admiring you while resenting you, supporting you while competing with you. And the moment you see it clearly is the moment you stop trying to fix it. This is not a communication problem. It's a total misalignment. And the only real solution is to stop calling it friendship and start calling it what it is. Thanks for watching this video today. If you get value from my content, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I don't want you to miss future conversations about awareness and emotional freedom and enlightenment. And if you really want to go deeper into the work, head over to my website at keithcrossley.com. I've got additional teachings and resources and coaching options, all designed to help you attain the highest levels of mental and emotional freedom. I really appreciate you being here, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.